Hello and welcome to Crime is Common, your new favorite place for true crime discussions. If you've been a long-time true crime hound, have watched countless videos, read numerous books, and subscribed to various true crime podcasts, you're in the right place. If you know the difference between a serial killer and a mass murderer, and it matters to you, if you know the real names of BTK, the Night Stalker, the Green River Killer, and the Golden State Killer, if you're ready for something a little different and are up for some frank, often uncomfortable discussions, pull up a seat, grab a beverage, and let's chat a bit. Note, this show is intended for mature audiences. Here, we value strong language, and sometimes that means the use of profanity. Not only might many of the stories and points of view we discuss here be disturbing to some listeners, programs may include some prickly language. So those of you with ever so delicate sensibilities, please turn back now. There are hundreds of true crime shows out there just for you. This is probably not it. But for those of you who are up for it, let's discuss. Here we roast villains and victims alike, as well as legal systems that sometimes encourage bad behavior and laws that are woefully outdated in order that we may learn from it. By having this very frank dialogue and starting a confetti of conversations, perhaps we can make some sort of difference somewhere along the line. This program is for genuine, long-time true crime aficionados who are already well-versed in various true crime cases and are tired of the same old, a quick geography lesson, and then there are some facts of the case, and then here's what happened, and then here's the outcome, complete with the nauseating habit of making saints of every victim and turning a blind eye to the realities of why these things keep happening and how they may be prevented. So much of what we watch in these programs could easily have been prevented. The full title of the show is Crime is Common, Logic is Rare, and it comes from something Sherlock Holmes said, quote, placing upon record that severe reasoning from cause to effect, which is really the only notable thing. Crime is common. Logic is rare. Therefore, it is upon the logic, rather than the crime, that we should dwell. At Crime is Common, we take a broad and wide view of a variety of cases and circumstances, looking for and pointing out distinct patterns and offering various ways to break the cycles. Fear not, my friends in true crime. Doing so won't dry up the stories that we can't seem to get enough of. Sadly, there will always be true crime. But maybe, just maybe, we can lessen the number of victims by seeing things in a different light. The purpose of these dialogues is to help us all see things, perhaps from new, previously not considered perspectives, in order that conversations are started and change in mindsets and systems can begin to stop, or at least quell slightly, the insanity. Buckle up, because here you won't find much coddling, nor is reverence for the victims a requirement. Being murdered doesn't automatically make one a saint. The reality is that many victims put themselves in the most ridiculous of situations, and then people are shocked when it goes off the rails. Some listeners will flinch at that and whimper about those conversations, calling it victim bashing and victim blaming and shaming. We simply call it facing facts, severe reasoning, and logic. It may be uncomfortable at first, but please hear us out. According to human potential thought leader Bryant McGill, whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity for growth. We're not here to make friends. We're here to make a difference. We call it owning our shit And we're hoping we can help people widen their perspectives and do the same. That means starting to take responsibility for your own actions, whether villain or victim, all in hopes of preventing more people from becoming victims, maybe even stop some from committing crimes altogether. Lofty goals, to be sure. The holy grail here is to try to help make logic less rare. So please, join us. Hit that subscribe button. Share it on your social media. Share us with your true crime cohorts, because the more people listening, the bigger difference we can make. I'm Mary Killer. I'll be your host here at Crime is Common, Logic is Rare. Please find us on Patreon for additional exclusive content and/or early access, some behind the scenes, printables, and sneak peeks.